Eric had been working at the small-town pizza diner for years. It was the kind of place that should be comforting, where the smell of melted cheese and baked dough brought back memories of simpler times. That night, it was late, long past closing time, and Eric was just finishing up his shift. The neon sign outside flickered, casting eerie shadows on the empty booths. He was alone, save for the occasional hum of the refrigerator and the distant drip of a leaky faucet. The air felt unusually heavy, like the diner itself was holding its breath. There was a stillness that unsettled him, as if something was waiting to happen. Even the familiar creaks of the floorboards had gone silent, as though the diner itself was watching him. Just as Eric was busy mopping the floor, he heard a soft, rhythmic scratching noise coming from the kitchen. He paused, thinking it was just a mouse or maybe the ventilation system acting up again. But then the sound grew louder, more insistent. It was no longer just a faint rustle. It sounded as if someone, or something, was trying to claw its way out from behind the walls. He gathered his nerves and approached the kitchen, and the scratching stopped abruptly. When the sliding door opened smoothly, Eric found everything in its place, just as he had left it. He let out a shaky breath, trying to convince himself it was just his imagination playing tricks on him after a long day. But then, he noticed something unsettling. The pizzas in the display case, which were always made fresh daily, were neatly arranged even though all orders had been completed and he hadn't been informed of any new deliveries. What shocked him was the display labels on several of them spelled out a single word: help. His heart raced, and a chill ran down his spine as he struggled to find a logical explanation, desperately avoiding any supernatural thoughts. Suddenly, his phone beeped. It was a message from the diner's owner, who had been dead for 5 years. The message was simple, yet terrifying. It read, "Don't turn around." A cold sweat broke out as Eric froze in place. His instincts screamed to obey the warning, but his body betrayed him. Slowly, he turned, and there, in the dim light of the kitchen, was an old pizza chef's uniform hanging by the door. It swayed slightly, as if recently disturbed. The fabric rustled ever so gently, though there was no breeze. He heard the scratching again, but this time it wasn't distant. It was right behind him, a slow, deliberate sound that sent paralyzing terror down his spine. Eric didn't dare look back, knowing that whatever had been trying to claw its way out had now found its way in. Every muscle in his body tensed, knowing that the true horror was not just the presence but what it might reveal if he dared to turn around. And he was the next to be served hot.
Ah!